Hey folks, Mr. T. Colson here. Today I want to talk to you about things you can do to minimize the Jello effect on your Syma X8C. I've had this quadcopter for a month now and I've made many do-it-yourself camera mounts with various types of cameras, but never really got totally rid of that Jello in my video footage. Well, today I'm here to tell you I finally did it, as you will see in the footage following my presentation. First thing you want to do is service your X8C to minimize the vibration that it causes. Make sure your landing gear and prop guards are secured tight. The screws do loosen after a while. Make sure your props are balanced. It is a necessity. There are videos on YouTube that show you how to do that. Another thing I noticed was the amount of play I had in the propellers. And to fix that, I just added small washers. I'll demonstrate by leaving a prop off to show you. Before, there was significantly more play than what you see right here. I mean, it was going up and down at least, I don't know, 3/8 of an inch or more. So what I did was I bought these little washers. They're very tiny. You put on the prop, then you put on the washer. And you put on the locking mechanism here, and if you find that you can't get the little pin in there because the washer is too much, you can always just take a little piece of sandpaper, rub it on a piece of sandpaper, sand it down a little bit, put it back on, and eventually let it go. You want to leave a little play. You don't want to make it tight, because if you make it too tight, you'll strain the motors and burn them out quicker. So let me hook this all back up. We're locked. Put the cap back on. Okay, let me check my notes here. That's props, play, fix the washers. Okay, and you can also, I have an air can. I blow all the dirt out, and then you can pull this dirt and dust. Has an effect on the gears. And once you clean out the dirt and dust, you can take some WD-40, and inside this slot here you'll see the gear post. I just do a little squirt in there, let it drip down inside, give the blades a spin, and you can wipe off any excess with a paper towel that spills over the side. Put your thing on. I've done that to all these props already. And they seem to be in good shape. A little WD-40 leaking from right there, but that's okay. So, now that the X8C is serviced, let's move on to the camera mount. Alright. I've made lots of camera mounts, and I wish I had just gone ahead and bought this little $7 thing right here, minus the wood and the camera, from Amazon. Should have done that in the first place. But when I first got it, I hooked this all up. I hooked this up to the bottom just like it is, with a piece of mouse pad sandwiched in between some Velcro. Now the Velcro doesn't stick to this camera too well, the sticky side, so I had to use a zip tie to make sure it stayed there. And initially I put this little 1/4 inch piece of plywood on top of this right here with no foam, and this piece right here is from the old camera mount that came with this X8C. You can take it off, but when you do, you'll notice that the back end is a little higher than the front end of this, so I just sanded that down too to make it even. Regardless of all that, when I just had this connected to this and attached it, I still had Jello. So I was a bit confused and disturbed after that. But then I said, well, let's try not to use any hardware to connect this to this. So I put more Velcro on, a piece of mouse pad sandwiched in between, and because the Velcro sticky side does not stick to one side of the mouse pad too good, I had to use two-sided sticky tape, and that seemed to do the trick. It's been on there for quite some time, and I'm pretty happy with the results. And this whole unit together with the Runcam, by the way, the Runcam is an awesome little camera for 65 bucks. I recommend it to anyone who's looking for something and not willing to spend a lot of money to get great video footage. And this whole unit together with the camera weighs 3.5 ounces, which is 100 grams. And let's stick that back on there. And this is what it looks like when it's on there. It's nice. I like it. It's the best thing I've had on there so far. Let me check my notes here. Make sure I didn't forget anything. Looks like I covered everything. If I forget anything, you guys leave a comment. Ask me anything you want. I'll try to answer it to the best of my ability. And without further ado, let me show you the footage I came up with.